Today was exciting. I knew I wasn't in advance. Schizophrenia in the literal sense, but in a magical and positive way. Today I dreamt I was standing on a sandy floor, but it was completely covered in aquatic plants. When I raised my face, I noticed a small temple behind me, and a few seconds later, Egyptian letters appeared. I don't remember which ones. The good thing about this life is that I can feel and know the meaning of any language, but not when I want to. It's when the spiritual world allows it, and if it's necessary for me to know. No one can take away the fact that I belong to Egypt. It's my true home and my true essence. I'll never forget that in school, whenever they talked about Egypt, I never participated. I always stayed reading the books and listening to what the teacher and students were saying. Sometimes, when they said things that weren't true, I would ask myself, how do I know it's not true? And why do I know so much about Egypt? And today I'm fluent in their language and various dialects, and I'm in contact with all of them whenever they want. They allow it. This is completely absurd but true. I hope that one day life will allow me to visit my true country and reclaim what once belonged to me and give it back to the people of Egypt in a magical and universal way. It's funny because to this day, I feel like I am on them in one. Their voice is my voice. Every time I wake up, there isn't a day that goes by that I don't think about Egypt. Now I also understand why throughout my childhood I always played with my brother and parents and never felt comfortable playing with other boys and girls. Children's games never appealed to me in this life. To this day, I have always played with the earth, the mud, and the sand. I have always had contact with it my whole life. I have always felt that something beyond, something distant belongs to me, that there are distant people who miss me, and I miss them. Obviously, we are all dead. But the curious thing is that there are some who I suspect also recharged in this life. I could investigate it. But I would go crazy when I have complete spiritual preparation, without fear, and above all, when existence returns my spiritual gifts to me. When I was a child, I asked my godmother to rid me of a past existence which has since returned, and I'm finally very happy about that. But I still lack gifts that I hope will belong to me over the years, so I can use them for the benefit of humanity and for myself too. Because I will cease to be a witch heir. Because in feminine terms, almost all my guides and protectors are women, and they are witches, good, evil, and righteous. The heart of every witch or warlock is measured by what dwells within it, not by the history of curses, spells, or powers they may possess. As the saying goes in all books of occult spiritualism, the good and bad that a witch or warlock does is return to them threefold over time. That's why it's important